Hey, cutie pies, I'm Lanikia, and this is what happened on the soaps. This is Friday's edition. Yay! May the 27th, 2022, and this is what happened on the soaps, Bold and the Beautiful. Scale to scale between 1 and 10. Y'all know how we do. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get us like an 8. It was so much shade being thrown. It might be an 8.5. I loved it. I was here for every bit of it. Even though I can't stand Paris, she was giving it to Quinn. Okay, so let's get started. So we see that, okay, we see Taylor with Thomas, right? And she says, I can't believe you lied about, and didn't tell the truth about what Sheila had done to Brooke. And he was like, well, listen, I just wanted you happy with Daddy. He didn't say Daddy, but that's what I heard. I just want you happy, with Dad and everything. He said, where is he now? And she said, he's at Eric's or whatever, and he said you got to go over there. You can't not go over there with him because Brooke gonna be over there. He said, don't let her win, Mom. Like, I know you laid back and everything, but you got to start fighting, like defending yourself, standing up for yourself and everything. And so she was like, okay. And so that's that. And see, turn this TV down. And then we see that while that's going on, we see that Eric is talking to Quinn and she want to meet him for lunch, but he said, no, I can't do it. I'm going to the club. She was like, Pilla, you going up to the club again? He said, I have a meeting or appointment. She said, you going to the club again? He said, yes. And she says, well, I see you're still wearing my ring. He was like, yes, you gave it to me and all that. And she was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna see you later. So she leaves right then. He look at this ring because he feeling a little guilty. I said, listen, Eric, how you gonna do this or you not? Like, you keep going back and forth. Like, what are you doing? What are we doing here? But anyways, so that was so then Brooke comes in and she said, I was waiting for Quinn to leave, and he said, "Oh, okay. Eric's not here. I mean, Ridge is not here." She said, "I know. I came to speak to you." So she came to speak to Eric because she wants Eric to speak up on her behalf and have Ridge come on home to her. And she knows how Eric feels, that he thinks that Ridge is the love of Brooke's life. He thinks that Eric loves the Ridge and Brooke together, and he feels like he's meant to be with her. And so she's trying to use that to get Eric to get Ridge to come on home. Now, Taylor took Thomas' advice and she went on over there and she said, what you doing, Brooke? I hollered. I said, what you think she doing? She said, oh, you trying to use Eric to get to Ridge or whatever. And Brooke said, and Eric said, ladies, let's not fight. Let's not do this. And Taylor was like, no, 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 we're not doing nothing. She said, because it was like both y'all here with the same agenda, but truthfully, they were not there with the same agenda. Um, well, they might have been. I don't know. Because I don't feel like Taylor went over there really to try to persuade Ridge to come home. I think she went over there, just to talk or whatever. But I could be biased on that because I like I like Taylor over Brooke. Really, that neither one of them deserve him. I mean, they deserve better than him, but whatever. But anyway, so Eric says like let's not do this, ladies. Y'all keep it civil and play nice and all that. And he lets them know. Listen, I do have a preference, but I'm not gonna say who my preference is. I'm not gonna, he said, I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm not gonna influence Ridge one way or the other. And Taylor said, thank you. And Brooke is just like, ah. And so then Eric says, play nice. And then he walks up to Taylor, she gives him a little kiss and whatever on the cheek. And he said, play nice. And she said, we will. So Taylor said, what was you doing, Brooke? And Brooke said, well, if Steffi was still alive, you would be getting her to talk on your behalf. And she said, but she wanted you in her last days. Anyways, bottom of the line is Taylor said, you're not finna come running over here trying to persuade Whitney to go home. And Brooke said, excuse me, ma'am, this is my husband. Brooke said, this is my husband. What are you talking about? And she said, if Sheila hadn't did what she did, what she had done then he would be at home with me. And Taylor said, Woody though? And I said, Taylor, what you trying to imply? I said, oh, this nasty nice Taylor. Okay. And she said, but Woody though? Woody be at home with you? And she said, because we don't want to act like, what? Oh, she said, because we don't want to act like you didn't have any part to play in it. And Brooke says, I know that I have to take some responsibility, which what I did. And listen, Sheila was wrong making Brooke drink, but some of the stuff that happened after that, that was on Brooke. I'm sorry, it was on Brooke, but Sheila was wrong, and she said you have to. I thought yesterday you were being sincere when you said you agreed Sheila was wrong, and Brooke said, I mean Taylor said I was being sincere. She said what Sheila did to you was wrong, Brooke, but Bridge could go home. He still ain't came home. I said, Taylor. She said if he wanted to, he could go home. She said he knows Sheila did it to you. But he chose to stay at his daddy so he could decide on what he want to do or whatever. He could have went home to you, and I said, Taylor, that's nasty nice, but I'm here for it. It was a good episode because of these all these shade they was throwing towards each other. And so Brooke was just like, Taylor, you seem to forget that is my husband. And Taylor was like, what is going on? But y'all, that was it with them. Taylor just telling Brooke, at the end of the day, you want to beg him to come home or whatever. He knows Sheila did it to you. He know it's Sheila's fault you drank in the first place. If he really wanted to use that as an excuse to come on home, he could. And so Taylor said, I am his stability. I am she's a good woman. She's like, I'm a good woman. I'm not gonna. I'm loyal. I'm stable. I'm not gonna cheat on him. I'm not gonna do all that stuff. And but Brooke said, yeah, but he like passion because he's a creative, and I understand that side of him. And he wants passion in his life. I said, I don't know, cause I don't know. I don't know. I wish he would go to you, Brooke, cause I like Taylor, and I don't want because Rich is a jerk to me, and I don't want to with him. But let's move right along. So then we see that child Paris is in her office thinking about Carter. And I said, see, Carter, you shouldn't have never did this to this girl. I don't know what you did to her, but you did it. And now this girl, like, all right, fatal attraction, a thin line between love and hate. So now Paris is thinking about him, and her mama come in. Grace comes in. She said, "Oh, I hope that smile is for Zende." And she said, "Mama, I don't want Zende." And her mama's just like, "Be with Zende. He's a good man, and I don't want you to have to struggle the way I've struggled or whatever." But Paris said, "Mama, I don't want that man." I'm like, Grace, stop trying to push Zende on this girl. This girl on Zende, she don't want him. She said she want Carter, and she said, "Mama, you supposed to be on my side. You supposed to love who I love. Like if I want to be with this person, you supposed to be on my side." And she said, "And I'm gonna have Carter." I said, "Uh oh, uh oh, this girl is crazy." So then we see Carter is in his office, and Zende comes in and he says, "Carter, I have something to say to you." And Carter's like, "What's up?" And Zende says, "Paris says she wants to be with you." And he says, "And I could make this difficult for the both of us. Actually, for the three of us." I said, "But you won't." He said, "But I won't." I said, "Okay." And he said, "Because I want Paris to be happy, so I give you my permission." I said, "What is wrong with these people? Like y'all be just bring some new people on the soaps that y'all not gonna show, because the same people going, y'all all after the same people. I can't." But anyways, he said, "I'm not gonna stand in the way. So if you want Paris, you can have her or whatever. I want y'all to be happy. So it's cool. He don't want Carter thinking it's going to be anything awkward, right?" And Carter said, "I thank you for that, but I don't want, I don't want Paris." And he said, "Why not? Is there somebody else?" And he tells them no, but we all know that they trying to reignite this whole this whole Carter and Quinn thing. So when they talking, Quinn's at the door, and then so Carter just lets in they know, "I don't want Paris. It's we're good. I don't want Paris like that." And so Carter leaves or whatever, And Zende leaves and he tells Quinn he's all yours. And so Zende and Quinn talk and he asks her, I'm sorry, Carter and Quinn talk and he asks her, how's it going with Eric? And she said he's really into his fitness right now. And he said, you still haven't told him about, on that ring. It's the, she can measure his heart rate and all that kind of stuff. And she said, no, because I don't want him thinking I'm worried. She said, but a man his age, I just want to make sure he's okay. And I love that he's so fit and everything. So then he says, so Carter started talking about Quinn and talking about a woman like you, any man like Eric is lucky to have. Any man would want to what like you're it. Like, cause for him, she is it. Now Paris gonna come in at this point, and here Paris come in, talking about, did I interrupt something private? And Quinn was like, no. And she said, because it feels like I did. And Quinn was like, no, like it's not private. She said, because y'all being alone in the office or whatever, that could be scandalous. And Quinn said, you came into a room, into an office where the door was not locked, where we're sitting here talking or whatever. Ain't nothing scandalous about this or whatever. And Quinn said, I mean, and Paris said, because you would know scandal when you Quinn. Like, she would be nasty nice. And I said, Carter, like, what be wrong with the men in this soap? The women just be going back and forth at each other like this nasty, nice attitude they be having towards each other, and the men just be standing there looking stuck, like, put Paris in her place, sir. And because Quinn had told him, did you make it clear to Paris that you don't like her like that? And truth be told, when Paris started talking about I love you and all that, because y'all flipped this script, because he was liking Paris. When Paris was talking about I love you and all that, if you didn't want her to be with him, y'all could have you could have had him saying, I don't feel like that way about you or whatever. But we've never actually heard him say, I don't love you. Like I Paris, I don't want to be with you. He always kind of makes an excuse, try to let her down easily. Make him just let her down. But anyways, so Paris is throwing shots at Quinn about, what she did before, by cheating on with Carter on Eric. And Quinn says, now Paris, you need to be careful the way you handling me, paraphrasing, because I'm the boss's wife or whatever. And Paris was like, oh, well, she said, and nothing is going on between me and Carter. And she said, well, I hope you're telling the truth. And I hope you are too. She's talking to Carter. And y'all, that was the bold and the beautiful today. A mess, but I loved it. I'll see y'all on Monday for a new episode. Have a safe weekend. Be blessed. Please be safe. And enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Even if you don't subscribe, it's okay. I'm going to make these videos for you, but hit that like button for me. Bye.